What's up guys, it's Sam at Cycle Technology. Well, not actually Cycle Technologies today. I'm in my workshop over in Haworth, this little spot that we call Community Focused Cycles. I've brought a Trek Rail 8 home with me, the one that we unboxed in the last video, to do some test riding on it, take it around my local trails and see how it behaves. I'll just spin the camera around so we can get a look. Here it is, Trek Rail 8 with the GXT type situation there. XR5 tan walls on it, very nice. Got my Trek Line Pro pedals on there, which are really good pedals, super tight grip on them. Got my little 1-up EDC in case anything goes wrong. Got my lights on obviously because parts of this journey are going to be on the road, so I want to make sure I'm be safe, be seen. And then yeah, the SRAM DB8s, which I actually think are a pretty good brake. Yeah, cool. So let's get out on the trails, see what's happening. Alright guys, so here we are outside my little workshop and we're ready to go for a ride around Haworth and Cullingworth and all the other surrounding areas. Got my glasses on, looking like a bit of a dork. Yeah, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn left at the end of my street and I'm going to go up the hill that leads you out of Haworth towards Bradford. And if you've ever been to Haworth, you'll know how steep that hill is. So let's see how much effort I have to put in with this on turbo and how much the bike does. I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty easy. Beautiful scenery around Haworth. Just cruising along. No hands because I'm cool. Yeah, this is I wouldn't say it's a fitness ride. I'm not going to be trying to stay in eco mode as much as possible for my own fitness sake. I'm going to be hammering turbo, having fun, seeing what this bike can do. So I set off with an absolute 100% battery. I topped it off this morning to make absolutely sure it was full. So let's see where we're at the end of this ride, which I think is about 16-17 miles, depending on how much I decide to go back and loop features. Yeah, see how it does. So first little bit of trail. It's been fun. I'm knackered. Please don't take my being out of breath as a sign that this bike isn't doing a lot of the work for me, because it is. And in fact, coming down there, it wasn't really engaging the motor all that much. I'm just unfit. But yeah, I'm glad I've got my 510 Gore-Tex Trail Cross booties on, because it's properly wet today. So apologies if we get mud and water on the screen. Next up, straight across the road down the trail, try not to get run over. This is the road, if anybody remembers the Flap It in Denholm, where all the motorbikes used to go back in the day. That's just on the end of this road, up there and turn right. But I'm going straight down this little trail here. Grip for days, mud for days. Well, this natural firm, very nice. Woo. Oh, this is super muddy, this. Really wish I had some mud guards on now. I should have taken them off my bike. Form this one. Everything is a river. That sounds like that could be a song. Maybe it already is. Ah! Slippy as fuck. Mud in my mouth. Excuse the language. Okay. Beautiful riding around here, man. So lucky to live here. So fortunate to have this on my doorstep. Beautiful. And then I come along. Making silly. Much appreciated. Through the middle of it. Nice so far. Keep kicking the cranks, get a bit of drive. This bit. Yo! Ooh, yes. No feet down. Up. More rocks. Ooh, ooh. Little pause, but no feet down. And then the last bit. Ooh. Success! Rail 8 got me up there. The only time I struggled was because I'd picked myself a stupid line. The motor was there where I wanted it to be, the brakes the same. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. I'm gonna go back down, see how it feels on the way down. Nice. Gotta say, I haven't mentioned the gears yet because they're just behaving perfectly. I've not heard them miss a beat. Did a bit of a dodgy shift just then, but that was my mistake. This T-type drivetrain really is something, man. Honestly, I'm not SRAM's biggest fan, but these DB8s and this T-type derailleur cassette shifter situation, yeah. Credit where credit's due, guys. It's a good do. Okay, let's have this one again. See if we can go a bit quicker. Hopefully don't die. Lower gear. Oh, missed that this time because I'm knackered after that, but that was quick. Whew. So we are here in Harden Woods now. I just realised battery's getting low on my camera, so I'm gonna have to chill out with the filming and get myself a new battery as well. But yeah, bunch of trails in front of me. Doesn't seem to matter which one I take. I always end up in the same place. So let's get to it. This is some proper, I don't know, like Jurassic technical slimy forest kind of situation. Yeah, prehistoric swamp land maybe would have been a better description. But good fun to ride on this thing. Wow, that's the path down there, but it is an actual river, so I'm going to cut across this way. This bike is just powering through all the crap. Let's see about this. Yo, good fun. Ooh. Should have put my glasses back on. This is very steep in front of me. I'm going to see if this bike will take me up it. Oh, sketchy, sketchy. Oh my days, as if it's actually taking me up this. So, before we call it a day, I thought I may as well use the last of the battery on the camera and the last of the battery on the rail and ride up this really steep hill coming out of Haworth. This goes towards the same hill that we started off on. It's called Brow Road and it is mad steep. Honestly, I've got one hand on the handlebar. Yeah, I'm putting some effort in, but the rail's doing most of it. And that's that. Back to the base. Yeah, Trek Rail, man. Thumbs up. SRAM GX T-Type, same. SRAM DB8s, also good brakes. Everything that's on this bike, man, I'm not going to list it all one by one. This is a really good bike. I had a lot of fun on that ride. I'm covered in mud, like everywhere, very wet, very muddy. But yeah, it was a wicked ride. I'm gonna get inside, get showered, get myself sorted. But yeah, I could highly recommend this bike. If fun is your main aim, this is the bike that you want to be going for. I mean, you can also keep fit on it as well, but you can do that on a normal bike. Like if you want to be able to do what I've just done today, which is just absolutely plow through the trails and come home still feeling energetic, like you can carry on with your day. That's important for me because I've got a son. I need to be able to move around and still have fun with him when he gets back, you know. So yeah, this bike is incredible, man. I had a proper blast on it today. It handled perfectly. I'd probably mess around with the suspension settings if I had a bit more time, but apart from that, absolutely spot on riding all day. What's up, guys? Little follow-up video here. Now I'm back home. I've had a shower, got myself a little sandwich there and a cup of coffee on the side. Just want to let you guys know how I'm feeling after that ride. So I'm just looking at the e-bike flow, the Bosch e-bike flow app. It was a 1 hour and 42 minute ride, over 18 miles, average speed 10 mile an hour it says. You saw the footage. I was using turbo a lot, but yeah, I was chucking that bike around. I was popping wheelies and jumping over rocks and up and down hills and just having fun on it. That was my main aim, and I think that's what those bikes are made for. So I wanted to let you know, now that I'm back home, how am I feeling? Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I feel like in my arms and legs I've definitely had a workout, but when my son gets home, I'm going to be able to mess around and play with him like I usually do. I can still be present with my family. I've done that exact same ride before on a Trek Fuel EX analog bike, and I've come home and all I wanted to do was sleep. Like, it absolutely ruined me. Like I said, I'm not the fittest guy in the world, but just average. I would say I'm average. So if you know, if you can relate to that, then maybe this is what you need to hear in this video, is that, yeah, I've been for that ride and I feel good. It's middle of the day. Just had a bit of lunch. I'm ready to crack on with the rest of my day. I think that's the good thing about e-bikes. You know, you can use it if you've got a busy schedule like I have and a young family. Then you don't want to be knackered. You don't want to be tired. You don't want to, you know, every ride that you do to absolutely wipe you out. The Trek Rail, I don't know. I think it really helps with that kind of stuff. Or you know, any e-bike. I've got the Fuel EXE. That's the bike that I ride. I have a similar experience with that. Side note, I did that exact same ride on my Trek Fuel EXE and I came home with like a smidgen of battery, and the exact same thing happened with the Rail. I came home with a smidgen of battery. The only difference is that I used turbo and I was not conservative at all with the battery on the Rail, whereas when I was in the EXE, mindful of it having a smaller battery, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't in turbo all the time. But both bikes did that ride comfortably. I had fun whilst I was riding and I had enough battery to get me back home. So yeah, brilliant bikes, both of those bikes, man. But if you want that monster trucking, riding over absolutely everything that's in front of you, getting up all the crazy steep slippy hills, then it's Trek Rail. If you still want an element of fitness in your ride, then go with the Fuel EXE. Also, it's much quieter. You can forget that you're riding an e-bike when you're out on the EXE, but when you're on the Rail, you know you're on an e-bike, and so does everybody else around you, because that motor is yeah, it kicks out some decibels, man. Also, dogs seem to not enjoy the noise that it makes as well, so keep an eye out for those when you're on the trails. Thanks for watching again, guys. Happy trails.